anyways, the final topic of this evening is something I am extremely passionate about. What's going on?
And what's
See
that?
a spider? Oh.
If there's a spider, I would already be peeing.
Okay.
Is there a spider on me?
No, I don't think so. Bethesda shook the world. It was the announcement heard around the world, as they say.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
When they announced that on June 14th, they are hosting the first ever E3 press conference, which, of course, everybody wet their pants.
With their pants.
Because it is obviously a, an announcement of Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
If they don't announce Fallout 4...
Is it obviously, though?
Yes.
Could it be something else?
No. Oh, it's going to be a lot of stuff. It's not...
Yeah.
Because
There'll be other
It's
stuff
obviously not
included.
just going to be one game.
No, that'll be their game, though. That's the game they're going to go off of. Of course, a lot of people don't know that. A little side tour before we go hit this hard is when The Evil Within was announced, I was noticing on a lot of YouTube comments and stuff, people were like, why the heck isn't Bethesda making a Fallout and stuff? There are two different things.
Yeah.
There is the publishing company of Bethesda, which publishes games such as Elder Scrolls Online, which was made by ZeniMax Online. Bethesda Game Studios has nothing to do with that. Dishonored. The Evil Within. I'm probably missing some games, but you know any?
There's a
I
bunch
can't.
of
Yeah, they publish a good amount of stuff. I think Battleborn or something like that. Some free to play game they're doing.
Did you say Evil Within?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is not made by Bethesda. That is published by Bethesda. Bethesda Game Studio is the mastermind led by Todd Howard. Todd Howard that have created the Elder Scrolls series, took over Fallout, started Fallout 3, which is phenomenal. One of the best games.
Todd
ever
Howard,
made.
man.
Todd
Wonderful
Howard
man.
is a wizard.
Yeah, he's
He
a
is
wizard.
from the moon, indeed.
Yep.
But yeah, if they don't announce Fallout 4,
People
there
are
will
gonna
be rioting
pissed.
in the streets. They haven't even said a word about it.
Yeah.
And
Not a
people
word,
have
which I
lost-
really like. If they're making Fallout, like I like that. There's nothing about it out right now.
Yeah.
Like that's
There's
awesome.
been leaks.
I hate leaks.
There was a moment when Fallout leaks were just every week there was
Yeah.
something coming out, and we just had false hope. They're like, maybe this
Yeah.
one is true.
Yeah.
I remember when.
Remember that, whatever that countdown was for like 3 days before
Yeah.
it launched.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
like, this is it! It turned out being a joke.
Yeah.
My heart was racing for like 3 days.
Yeah, Bethesda came. I think Pete Hines, one of the guys at Bethesda, he came out on Twitter and was like, "Guys, like, chill out. This is not real." They're like, "We have a policy to where we don't confirm nor deny stuff." They're like, "We're coming out and denying this because this is getting way too hard."
We can neither confirm nor deny.
Yes. But yeah, there's no doubt Fallout 4 is going to be announced. They're not gonna have a press conference this big to announce like Dishonored 2
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't know if I said that, but that's Arcane Studios published. by
Is there even
I certainly hope they include this.
Oh, yeah,
because Dishonored
for
1 is
sure.
awesome.
Oh
I love
yeah,
that game.
I love that game too.
is there even the slightest possibility that it could be another Elder Scrolls game? The
No.
slightest possibility.
There,
You don't think so?
I've heard some people say they might have like what's that studio that
Obsidian,
yeah, that did New Vegas. They said maybe
if there is an Elder Scrolls game, I think it might be Obsidian. I know that they are working on a lot of stuff right now because I think I've heard people discuss this and they are working on other stuff. It will not be a number in the Elder Scrolls trilogy. It'll be a side story, kind of as Fallout New Vegas was to the Fallout series.
Okay.
Which I know people harp on New Vegas, but it was not as good as Fallout 3. I just don't think it was. Fallout 3 is just
I never played it
magical.
literally because you said that.
Yeah, it was
told
a
me that
good
multiple
game. By
times.
no means it was a bad game.
I kind of hope it is Fallout 4 because, well, internet don't hate me, but I've never played Fallout before. So
I don't think anyone hates you. I think they feel sorry for you.
Yeah, and I don't own my 360 anymore, so I won't have the opportunity to play Fallout 3. But I'm excited to play Fallout 4 if it's coming.
Just
which
based
I
around
hope
the
it
hype,
is.
solely around the hype.
Yeah. This is just like being around you guys. You always talk about Fallout.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what am I missing?
Oh, it's
You're even repping the shirt right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Pip-Boy. I think that's Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
Or,
Like for the longest time, I had no idea who that guy was. I was like, why does everyone wear that shirt?
because it's awesome. Fallout is a magical game to say the least. It is.
Yeah.
It is, for those of you that have played it and haven't played it, you are in a post-apocalyptic world where you stay inside these vaults until it had to do between like the Chinese nuking America and stuff like that. Not too much into the lore. I played Fallout 2 a little bit, and I know that's like a huge game that people love. I don't know. I think it's like before my time too much to where I can't really get back into it because it's like a over-the-top strategy game. I bought it off of Steam and I played like 10 minutes and I couldn't take it. I liked this. The sound effects were Fallout, which of course, it's the original Fallout and stuff, which I liked. It felt Fallout-y, but I couldn't get into it. But Fallout 3 is just, you leave the vault after things that happen, and it's just like you just see this massive world. The light hits you because you've been inside a vault for so long, and you just see this massive world that is huge.
Yeah, I'll never forget that feeling of when that vault door opens, and especially after you've came after Oblivion. You know what it's like when you leave the prison in Oblivion at first, and like this massive world, and like it's crazy too after you play through an entire like Elder Scrolls and Fallout 3 for example. You play through this entire game and look back. Like to when you first walk out into the world and think of like all the adventure you have ahead of you. And, like that first time you walk out in the world of Fallout 3 in DC, correct? Washington DC.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and
I thought you were talking about like DC Universe or
something.
No. Wait.
But I'll never forget that feeling walking out of that wide open world and you're just like, whoa.
Yeah, and you're just like, what do I do? I know there's like a little waypoint that takes you to Megaton.
Yeah, but you can literally go anywhere.
Yeah.
And pave your own
You're
story.
going to die, but you can go anywhere, and it's just, that game's just awesome, I am absolutely pumped out of my mind for Fallout 4, which as I would like to hear some things about you since you've never played a Fallout game, really. Have you seen gameplay for a Fallout game?
I've seen gameplay.
Okay.
I watched people play it.
Okay. What is like the top thing that you want from Fallout 4? What do you want?
You have to give me time to think because that game's so awesome. There's like so many things I like about it that I'm not really sure if there's one thing I could say I would hope.
Or I'm talking about, okay.
Is it like Elder Scrolls in that it's a first or third person game?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In that aspect, yes. It is very similar yet so different from a Elder Scrolls game.
Great.
It's Elder Scrolls in the sense of
that was going to be my next question because I like Elder Scrolls so much. Would this be a game that's like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's different. It's Elder Scrolls is in a sense, I know it's got some darkness to it for sure, but it's like more of like a really uplifting game, kind of happy with dark sprinkled in it. Whereas Fallout is more dark with happiness sprinkled in it. Like it has a really dark humor to it, which is awesome.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those parts.
Yeah, there are some missions that are hilarious in a really disturbing way.
Yeah.
Like just things in that, like ghouls and stuff. I know ghouls freak you out.
It's not really like the ghouls, like the ghouls that are just like mutated. The feral ghouls. Yeah. Like I'm sure I've told you at some point, Signs, the movie Signs, when I was a little kid, that movie terrified me. Like I still think about that movie sometimes, and it still kind of freaks me out because something about those aliens just scare me to death. And those feral ghouls, for some reason, kind of looked like those aliens, and I would always picture that in my mind where I'd be like walking through a subway and like I'd hear like one like down the hall and I turn around
and you hear their feet like
and I just see like a silhouette running towards me, and just like in my back of my mind I'm like flashbacks of like Nom of like watching Signs as a child. I'm like crapping my pants. I'm like yeah, and I just immediately when they get close hit VATS and it like zooms in on their head, and I just see like this terrifying face and always obviously goes straight for the head.
What does VATS stand for again? Vault Assistant Targeting System?
Maybe it is. I
think it's something V Assistant Targeting System.
That sounds right.
Do you know what that is?
No.
VATS is it's like what separates Fallout. It's first is amazing as that game is, and if I was on a desert island, I would pick that game to play.
Yeah.
The first person shooting is by no means good.
Yeah.
It is not that good.
I feel like that's part of the charm though.
Yeah, it's really, it's not bad, but it's like
it's super clunky.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like aim.
Maybe they'll change that.
That's the thing though, is like,
will that take away from it?
Yeah, part of me like wants it to like stay similar and like kind of like weird like that, and then part of me it wonders like what it would be like if the shooting felt like almost as good as like a Call of Duty or something.
Because I noticed in Fallout 3 doesn't have aiming down the sights. You could zoom in with the left trigger, just like kind of zoom in a little bit and aim and shoot. Fallout New Vegas added aiming down the sights, and I used vaults VATS less because of that. What VATS is...
Are you talking about like the thing where it pauses and like...
Yes.
You can like select a body part to target.
Yeah, I don't like that. Is that the only game that does that?
I love that.
You will like
so much fun.
I'm telling you, you will like it.
I like it after you like shoot their head off and their head goes flying.
That's the thing though, is it's not unlimited.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to shoot.
Yeah.
The thing is it is very strategic. You can shoot guns out of enemies' arms. Mm-hmm. That's the thing though, is that's what I want them to improve upon in Fallout. There is not a big incentive to shoot other body parts but the head.
Exactly.
I would hit VATS, push up, and then yeah.
Especially when you have like a gun with like a ton of ammo, it's just like goes, and like the head just goes.
And
flying.
that never got old. There's a perk called Bloody Mess.
Yeah.
Where their entire body would just go
explode.
like their arms and legs would just go shooting off.
This is dark humor, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The picture of the perk is the little Pit Boy guy with a gun out shooting this dude, and he is just eroded on the other side in like cartoony like drawing and stuff. But I would like more incentive to hit other body parts.
Yeah, me too.
Like more maybe we weren't playing it on a difficult setting to where that would be, more valuable, because you can cripple their legs to where they start hobbling off and stuff. Like every body part has a specific thing. So I would like that to have more strategic things in the actual combat. Because as simple as it sounds, that never got old. Just getting a shotgun and just getting a point blank to somebody's face and just blowing them across the map. Yeah. Never got old. And it's also it has the Skyrim or Elder Scrolls feel of constantly looking for better loot. Getting armor. There would be power armor. You'd see the Brotherhood of Steel, which I'm sure you've seen them. They're the dudes with the big armor with like the gas mask in front. You're like, I want that armor. But you can't get it unless you get training from them to do it. So it's like incentive to like go find that. Like, how do I do it? Eventually it's in the story and stuff like that. But yeah, Fallout 4 will be announced. And I've heard, especially from my personal favorite gaming podcast over at Kinda Funny, which you should definitely go check them out. One of their guys, Colin Moriarty, who was at IGN, he is saying that it is coming out this year. What do y'all think? Is Fallout 4 coming out this year?
Well, obviously we're both fans of Kinda Funny, and you followed them from IGN, especially the podcast Beyond stuff, longer than I have. But I followed them long enough to the point where you can pretty much trust their opinions on most things, especially Colin, because he for some time, I think a few times he's
predicted
been correct.
The Last Guardian coming to E3 every year, and it never
That's
does.
true. That's true.
So,
I know I can't think of off the top of my head. There's been a couple things that he's predicted, and he has been correct. But this one is one that I'm hoping that he is absolutely correct, because that would be the coolest thing ever.
And he makes valid points. It makes perfect sense. They've been sitting on this game forever.
Mm-hmm. When did Skyrim come out?
2011.
11.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
There's got to be something big. It's got to be Fallout.
Exactly. And Todd Howard's always like, oh, we have nothing to announce yet. Yeah. Oh, we have nothing to announce yet. They're announcing Fallout 4. And if it doesn't come out this November, oh well, I'll be playing Uncharted.
Maybe it'll be a new franchise.
If that comes out.
Maybe it'll be a new franchise.
It's not Fallout 4. If it's not Fallout 4, people are going to crap their pants.
They may include something brand new, but Fallout 4 is going to definitely be.
It has to be. They've backed themselves into. If they weren't working on it, they're probably like.
I agree with you. I think it'll be Fallout 4, then maybe another game that's going to be big.
Maybe.
We'll see.
That would be cool if they had two studios working on something. I would love for Obsidian to be working on an Elder Scrolls.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, what other what were you going to say?
No.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you about Fallout 4. From what you've seen, what do you, besides it being Skyrim, what do you hope out of Fallout 4? Like, what do you want it to have to satisfy the needs? Like, going into this, because this is hyped up, like, insanely for you. You've heard, like, for years, Fallout 3 is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. So is it too overhyped for you?
It might be a little too overhyped, because everyone I talked to about Fallout just absolutely loves it. So I just hope that Fallout 4 is going to be as good as they think it's going to be, and I just hope that I'll be able to tell stories about it like you guys tell about Fallout 3, you know?
Yeah.
I just want it to be one of those games where it'll be one of my favorite games. I'll remember it for the rest of my life, you know?
Yeah, I'll always remember Fallout 3. Mm-hmm. We got it for Christmas the same day. I was not even interested in that game.
Yeah, we got also Far Cry 2 that Christmas.
Yeah, and I was pumped for that game, and I like put it in a corner after playing like an hour of Fallout 3, and we would sit in party chat or the party chat thing and just talk and just be like, oh, I found a quest over here. Oh, I found a quest over here.
Yeah,
kind of like Skyrim. Yeah. Talking in that sense.
Yeah, I definitely want it to be a game where it is co-op, correct?
No,
it's not. So you can't.
No.
That's a topic that people have brought up about Fallout, but there's good and bad things about that. Like, one, don't get me wrong. I mean, you and me would like joke about it, like, dude, because we obviously would be in the party chat literally all night long, from like 9 p.m. to like 6 a.m. Like the sun's coming up, we're still playing this game. We'd be like sharing like things we just did, like, oh, I just did this. This is crazy.
So you would both be playing separate games, but you'd be talking to each other.
Yeah, so we'd be talking. And
I'd be finding quests in like another place.
And then you would tell each other about it.
Yeah,
that's
like
cool.
Where it is and stuff.
Cool. Yeah. So we would do that, but people have been like, oh, how cool would it be with co-op? And we would say that at times, like, dude, how cool would it be if we could like actually run around together in this world? But a lot of people made a good point, which I think I probably agree with, is that the beauty of like Bethesda's games, in my experience, have been like paving your own path and paving your own story. And there's something so cool about like that solitary adventure. And like,
you are the lone wanderer.
Yeah, exactly.
Or lone survivor, or something like that. You're the lone something.
Yeah, like as cool as it would be to like have co-op and like almost like in a Mass Effect way, where like you can both like be involved in the conversations and like going back and forth. And I know the Old Republic Online Star Wars, you can like both be involved in the conversation depending on what you see. Each person says it like shapes the path you're gonna take.
Even like Dragon Age does that.
Yeah, I mean stuff like that would be cool, but I'm almost in a position where I think it'd be just fine if it was still just single player. I mean,
oh yeah. If they add multiplayer, I'm not going to be like crap.
Yeah.
But I think if they add it, then it's definitely going to be a thought process, because Bethesda, I'm pretty sure they've never released a multiplayer game ever. Mm-hmm. All their Elder Scrolls, all their the Fallouts that they've done and stuff, there's one. Never been multiplayer, and I'm fine with that. I don't see how VATS would work in multiplayer, which is obviously.
I think that's the main thing I always used to think about. Like, it'd be impossible.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think. Like the only game I knew that had multiplayer that kind of worked with slowing down time was Max Payne, which I'm still even confused on how that works.
Yeah, I don't remember
how
that game was fun though.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
But maybe both players went into it at the same time.
I think it's like when you would look at something that would turn slow motion, but everywhere else wouldn't. Like I don't know.
Weird.
It worked though, but I can't see that working with VATS and stuff.
I don't think there should be multiplayer in Fallout.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do multiplayer, it should be a different game.
Like an MMO.
Oh yeah, we talked about that too. A Fallout MMO, that would be amazing.
I
don't know though. Like they tried to make an Elder Scroll MMO, but it wasn't
Bethesda didn't actually make that.
Yeah, right. But I don't know. That might take away from the game.
I mean, is the Elder Scrolls Online taken away from the Elder Scrolls series?
Maybe in some people's eyes. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Not in my eyes. Yeah, I think to gamers, because that's the thing. The people that are playing these games are the hardcore gamers. Mm-hmm. You're not seeing like, mom going into a store for Christmas and like, what game would Jimmy like? Like, she's not going to see the Elder Scrolls and be like, oh yeah. She's going to see Call of Duty, Halo, etc. So
depending how old Jimmy is.
Yeah.
Or, and I don't know.
And the parents' restrictions.
Yeah, they'll pretty much give it to any kid now.
Yeah.
But
I can't tell you how many times I was at GameStop working and the mom would be trying to buy Call of Duty for her child, and I like remind her it's M for mature. She'd be like, "Oh, that's fine."
Yeah.
Like, what?
My parents.
It's like sexual content.
What are you
blood
doing?
Gore. It's like a 3-year-old.
I don't like playing with these kids. Stop it.
Man, but yeah, I think the hardcore gamers understand that this isn't. Well, I hope they understand this isn't a Bethesda Elder Scrolls game, according to Elder Scrolls Online, which I think I might give a try when it comes out to consoles. I might. I don't know. The Witcher's going to be out.
I
don't know. But anywho, yeah. I think that I don't think it would. It makes so much sense because I know they bought the rights to a Fallout MMO. They bought it from, I forgot. I think it was ZeniMax or something. I don't know. I forgot. But they did buy the Elder Scrolls Online rights and the Fallout MMO rights, which immediately I was like, Fallout MMO, yeah. And then they come out with Elder Scrolls Online, which.
Yeah.
But I think VATS would be awesome for MMO combat, like turn-by-turn combat with VATS and stuff. I think that would work. And choosing which vault you come from, or you could be a feral ghoul, a super mutant, like different races and stuff. It works perfect.
Yeah, it would be cool. Depending on like which vault you come from, might give you like certain abilities and stuff.
Yeah, you could be a clone and like one of the Gary clones in that one vault and stuff. I mean, you don't know what we're talking about. Yeah. There's a vault with like this dude cloned himself like a million times. So you go down in that vault and there's just the same dude dude everywhere, killing him like a million times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think crap like that would work. You could be a raider or something.
That'd be cool.
Be awesome. It makes perfect sense. It makes more sense than, I mean, Elder Scrolls kind of makes sense with the races and stuff. Yeah. It makes perfect sense. But yeah, Fallout 4.
I guess we will find out.
Yes,
this summer.
Yeah, hopefully on June.
When's
14th.
the date?
June 14th. What other games that Bethesda has published would you guys want?
Definitely Dishonored.
Yes.
The sequel to Dishonored.
I agree.
Because, I mean, obviously that game was heavily inspired by Thief, and did you play Dishonored?
I did not.
Okay, me and Preston.
I've watched gameplay from it though. It looks better than the newest Thief for sure.
Yeah, well, that's what's funny is because you and me loved Dishonored. Like, that game was so awesome.
It looks like a blast.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic, and especially for people that love stealth games, because I mean, you really can be action packed or stealth, but obviously, whenever there's a stealth option in any game, I know you and me specifically are like absolutely always stealth. Hardest difficulties.
My first playthrough of Dishonored was not killing anybody.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
That's like what I want to do. Yeah, I did that with Thief 2 just for a trophy. That game was.
Yeah, I ended up doing that, and I got all the way to the end, and I killed one person somewhere.
Oh,
it's probably when I was like shooting an arrow to knock something down or something, or just to distract someone. I must have accidentally shot someone.
I didn't mind that game that much.
I was kind of mad.
Okay.
If you're not a stealth fan, that game was just torture.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, but I definitely, after playing Dishonored, and you could see the similarities playing the new Thief. Obviously, they didn't copy Dishonored because
Dishonored kind of copied Thief.
Yeah, but like I kind of liked the innovations Dishonored
way.
made to a point where it like made me dislike Thief more than Dishonored. So that's why I'm like really pumped for the Dishonored sequel and see like what. Because I imagine in the sequel it'll be similar to the last one where it'll be like huge open worlds and you go.
I hope it needs bigger open worlds.
Oh, absolutely.
The chapters is what kind of took away from that game from me.
Yeah,
it's like if you wanted to do a particular assassination, you'd have to load a chapter and you start out in the hub area, then you have to get all the way to the area and stuff. Not a long game either.
Yeah,
I didn't platinum, not on PlayStation. On Xbox, I got every achievement for that game in like. Less than a week. Yeah. I probably could have done that in like 3 days if I didn't have work on the days doing it. But definitely Dishonored. I kind of want something. I don't know if y'all heard of the game called Prey 2.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game. It's a first-person shooter set in like another planet or something. It has to do with aliens. But I saw like a gameplay clip that was leaked a long time ago, and it looked awesome. And they canceled the game. Canceled it. So I hope it was rumored that Arcane Studios, the people that did Dishonored, got a hold of it, but now they're saying it's canceled. So I hope that'd be cool if that comes back with a different name or something. You know, not necessarily Prey 2, but the premise of it was cool. You're like in space, a bounty hunter or something like that, and it had like it looked pretty cool.
I guess I kind of wish they had come out with something new. I like new franchises. I like the hype that surrounds them. I like being in new worlds, experiencing things that are not possible in our own world, you know? I just hope there's going to be something exciting besides Fallout.
I think Fallout overlaps anything.
Probably.
When they announced Fallout at the end, which I hope
it might just be a conference about Fallout. We'll see.
I don't know if they're going to do an entire conference. If they do,
I'm sure that'll be the biggest part of it for sure.
Maybe they'll save it for the end or something, like a reveal trailer.
I feel like it'll be more than a trailer.
I want game. If they come out with like
Bethesda's smart enough to show gameplay. I have no doubt about it.
I hope
if they show anything, it's going to be a short demo, and it's going to be like the coolest
like,
thing we've ever seen. And we're like, holy crap! And they'll be like, comes out in November. Or like, imagine if they're like, comes out at the end of the week or something. People were like, oh yeah, like that would be.
I guarantee that game's gonna Fallout will come out like holiday this year.
I hope so.
That would be so awesome.
I pray to God Himself
because of how tight-lipped they.
And you know, Todd Howard would be up there, be like, and this year. Fallout 4 is coming to you this holiday season in November, and just one tier.
Stop texting. I mean, stop emailing me about it, please. Yeah. For the love of God. And then it gets like 4 out of 10s because the hype is just insane.
Hyped even more than Destiny was. Yeah. It will be, for sure.
Gosh.
I bet that's terrifying for them, though.
Yeah. That's the thing, though, is like they don't have to do any marketing. They can announce Fallout, just release it.
Yeah.
No marketing, and then they're going to sell millions of copies.
Oh,
yeah. That game is them not say anything has been the biggest advertisement for them. It's them just not saying anything. So they're smart. They know what they're doing. They obviously know how to freaking make games.
It's been like the ultimate word of mouth advertising for them.
Yeah. Just they might have been behind all the leaks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like making the fake site. I don't know if they do that.
I don't know. That'd be impressive.
We'll never know. Well, we might know if somebody asks Todd.
Yeah.
But they are working on something. I'm pretty sure that all of us are excited for Fallout 4. It's going to be awesome. I can almost guarantee it. But I think that'll do it today for the episode 1 of the It's Obvious Gaming podcast. We're going to try and do this, like I said, every week. If you have any suggestions at all of anything we can improve upon, topics that you'd like us to discuss or anything like that, please let us know in the comment section below. If you could please like and subscribe or tell somebody about it. If we suck, please tell us we suck. If we're ugly or anything.
We've made like dumb videos on the internet before, like with our friends like years ago that get like massive amount of
views.
Massive amounts of views. Sorry, I've been up a very long time today. Ton of views, and like where we didn't even mean for them to get views, and everyone thinks we're the biggest idiots on earth. We've gotten a lot of hate before, so we're totally fine. Like, you guys blow, never make another video again. We're probably gonna make another video, but if you're gonna leave criticism, let it be like constructive criticism that helps us improve our videos, because this is something we're very passionate about. We like talking about games, we love playing games, and we've always been inspired by other podcasts and other gaming channels, and this is something we like want to turn into something.
Yeah. We want other people to share the excitement that we do with games. Yeah. So this is why we're doing this.
Yeah, and obviously we can't do that without you, the viewers. So help us out as much as you can. I mean, I know we're looking forward to doing this as often as we can. We're going to try to do it every single week. And Preston, I think you did a fantastic job hosting our first podcast.
Yes,
thank you very much.
And I think we had some good topics, and I feel like our first try went pretty well. We'll see how the editing process goes. I mean, that could be a nightmare for me. But hopefully
everything will probably be deleted. Nobody will ever see this.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys, and this has been the It's Obvious Gaming Podcast, episode 1.
See you
next time.
Bye.